Hello, seventh grade. Wow, that lighting is bad. That made it worse. Here we go. Sweet. Okay, so chapter 17, section 3 is the skin. So did you know skin is your largest organ? So it's, the largest organ in your body. It covers all of your outsides. Yep. So this is kind of what our skin looks like on and below the surface. So we have this is the top of our skin. As you can see, there's different hairs. Underneath the skin, in the different layers, we have our hair follicles. Okay, so they hold the root of our hair. As you can see, this is a sweat gland. So when we are really active and stuff like that, we sweat. There's 3 different layers. So there's the epidermis, which is the topmost layer. This part here, there's the dermis. This has most of the little organs, blood vessels, hair follicles, sweat glands, all of that kind of stuff. And then there's the hypodermis, okay? There's lots of veins and arteries all throughout our skin, many of these different parts. One thing that's important to know about the different parts of skin is that melanin is the pigment that protects your skin and gives it color. So that's why some of us have dark skin, some of us have light skin, and there's hundreds and hundreds of different shades. So this melanin is what protects your skin from the sun. So when you're out in the sun, when you're absorbing ultraviolet rays, it causes your skin to get darker and to tan. And this will help protect it in the future more from these harmful sun rays. So there's also the dermis. So back in our picture, I showed you where the dermis, but so the topmost layer is the epidermis, and then underneath that is the dermis. So that has the different structures like your blood vessels, nerves, muscles, oil and sweat glands, and other structures. Yep. And then below that is the fatty layer. What did they call it on here? The hypodermis. Okay, and that's a fatty layer. So what does our skin do? It provides us protection. It protects the outside. It protects all of our insides. It helps us to respond. All of our feeling comes through our skin. There's nerve endings, and so you can touch things, interact with your environment, that kind of stuff. The nerves in all over your skin send signals to your brain, so your brain knows oh, that's hot, oh, that's cold, all of those kind of things. Vitamin D is a essential nutrient, and so our skin, when the sun shines, our skin will transform it into vitamin D or use it to activate other chemicals that are present to make this vitamin D that our body needs. So maybe go today. Well, it's supposed to rain, or tomorrow. Go get some sunshine. Make some vitamin D. Your body needs it. Your skin is also responsible for regulating your body temperature. So when you exercise or when you're sick and get a fever, your temperature rises, okay? And so then you will sweat. Your body sweats to release water. And this water then goes to your skin and then evaporates off of your skin, which cools you off. And you may have noticed that your sweat sometimes might be salty. If you go and play I remember playing soccer. If I would lick my lips, sometimes it would be salty because your body is not only releasing water, but it's also releasing other waste. So this is salt, water. There's other things too. Also, your body regulates temperature through all of the blood vessels that are in your skin. So these will either contract or contract or expand, depending on whether you're cold or hot, to try to conserve or expel heat. Fun fact, the human epidermis has about 3 million sweat glands. So, yes, I think that's about all you need to know for what skin does. Skin injuries and repair, there's two types of injuries. So bruises. This is when a blood vessel that you have breaks under the skin. So your skin has tons of little tiny blood vessels running around all over the place. And so if you get hit or impact or something like that, bump into something, put too much pressure, that will break the blood vessels that are inside your skin. And then all the blood leaks out. So then your body sends this thing called hemoglobin to start breaking down these blood cells that are outside of your blood vessels. So the hemoglobin starts to break it down. This is what will give it the nasty different colors like blue and green and purple. And then when it is finally broken down a lot, then it re-enters your bloodstream. The little cells take it back to the bloodstream, and then it goes through your body and is processed and things like that. So those are the basics of bruises. Cuts. So a cut is a tear in the skin. So even if it's not, you might think of like a cut being like, oh, you cut it with like a knife or something like that on accident, or a paper cut, like a sliver, but even scraping your knee is considered a cut. So any tear in the skin. So what your body does to repair this is your blood sends a specific chemical out to help clot up the wound, which then forms a scab. And then underneath this scab, new skin is growing and developing to replace the skin that you lost. So that's why I know my mom told me, and I'm sure your moms tell you too, of don't pick your scabs because your skin is working very hard to try to grow new skin underneath that. And when you rip it off, then it sometimes has to start over. Or you're opening yourself up to potential infection again. For major skin injuries, you can do this thing called the skin graft or a skin graft. So this would be like if you were in a terrible accident and like got a big cut or part of a lid, something on your face. Maybe the book has a picture of a nose or some other piece of skin is very damaged. They also have, for like burn victims, they will typically use skin grafts. So they typically will take a piece of skin from another part of your body and graft it and put it on where you need the new skin to grow. So when the skin is heavily, heavily damaged, this helps to speed up the process a little bit and help your body. So yeah, also it has to have the same DNA basically. So you can't really just like get a skin graft from your brother, unless it's your identical twin brother. So if it's an identical twin, they can get a skin graft from their twin, or you have to take it from another part of your body. Yeah, and then they'll put it where it needs to go. They sometimes use skin grafts from other people, or like potentially those who are like deceased cadavers. Potentially, yeah, I could see if people have donated their bodies to medical or like donated their organs. Their skin is an organ, so they might use that for a temporary skin graft to help protect the person's skin as it's growing new skin underneath. But usually this skin from another person will eventually get rejected from the body and will no longer live and be alive and be a part of your body. Your body will reject it, and then it will not grow or become part of your actual skin. But it can help add like some protection and help your body do some of those other things while the skin underneath is trying to repair itself. That's about it for this section. I'm going to post this PowerPoint as well. So there's a really great game right here that you can click on to practice identifying the layers of skin. I would recommend giving it a shot, giving it a try, seeing how you do. That should be about it for today. Have a good one, you guys.